Hello, everyone. Welcome again to the 8 p.m. edition of One Global Movement Speak with Heart. Thank you guys so much for being here. I see our sister Bali who is here. I hope you had some rest before coming. I see our early riser, our brother Levi Mama Bolo. Thank you. I see Juanita is here. Thank you guys so much for being here and to support our children. I highly, highly respect you guys for what you are doing. We are doing it together because the issues concerning our children cannot be done by one person. We have to pool our resources together in whatever way we can in order to help these children and help them very well. So thank you guys so much. Let me fix my top. I was laying down, sorry. Thank you guys so much. And I think our sister Nancy Jody proposed a beautiful, beautiful song yesterday, and I think we should play it at the end so that everyone will be here to listen. So, how are you? How was your day? And for those of you who are already in the morning, how is your morning? How are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing today? So my day went well, and I help around the house, help my mom because I live with my mom who is not well. So I always have to do most of the things for her. And then I communicated with my brothers in Cameroon. And then I also sent some messages out on behalf of One Global Movement. And I also call one lady that I was referred to from my bank because she is going to help us with some of the things that we are trying to do in One Global Movement because she has the experience. And guess what? Then she referred me to another person that has been doing this for a long time, who is also involved with young people with a focus on the young woman worldwide. And I was just so happy because that is what we are doing, especially for me, focusing on the young woman. Why the young woman? Because the young woman is the one that goes through a lot of challenges in life. And so, if we have children at home, the one that has some challenges, we focus our attention more on those ones, right? Yes. So I am just so happy to be here. Sometimes I feel tired, but when I think about what we are doing for the world, I think about the children, I think about those that don't eat. I always want to be here. And thank you guys so much because being here or you're watching on Facebook or Instagram and the other channels, I am really so grateful that you guys are supporting me all around so that we can do this together. I'm going to tell you a little story. You know, I have this little story about my grandmother. So my grandmother is full of stories. She's always telling us stories. Folklore stories is one of the cultures in Africa, especially Cameroon, where I live. And I know that is the same thing in other areas because messages are passed down onto one another through storytelling. And this storytelling has been there from one generation to the other. And these stories, they'll usually tell them around the corn harvesting season. And we, during the evening or towards the evening, we just gather around this big fireplace. Hello, Nancy, Jody, welcome. We gather around this big fireplace with the fire, the embers of the fire really glowing. And we roast corn. And then sometimes we roast peanuts because it has a different taste when you roast it. And then sometimes we boil them and we eat with corn. This is what happens. During that time, we just put a big bowl and take it to the men. So the fathers and the sons will eat together because guess what? The fathers and the sons, they have their own way of communication, which is a way that they raise their children to become brave, to become fearless, and other things that they teach the men. And we, the women, will stay on this other side with our mothers and our grandmothers. And then the storytelling begins. My grandmother will always tell us good stories of great things that people do. But these are so simple things, down to earth things that we don't see because we call ourselves the modern age. We don't see those things. We forget to know and to understand that these things are the most basic, most important things in life. So as we are roasting our maize, and this maize is very sweet, organically produced too, like from the local farmers. And the basket of peanuts are there, boiled or roasted. And then we also have plums. The plums that we have in Cameroon, and I think in some areas in Africa, it's not like the kind of plums that we have here. Because when I first came here, it was so funny. When they say plums, I was so happy. And I thought they were the plums from Cameroon. I was so happy to go to the market to go and buy. But when I got to the market, I said I wanted plums because I looked and I looked and I couldn't find plums. And they said, these are plums. I said, no, these are not plums. You see that? I said, no, these are not the plums. Then they showed me to read it. And I read it. It says plums. Now I begin to realize that the plums that we have in Cameroon are different from the plums that they have in the United States. And now I begin to reconcile the fact that one name can represent a lot of things. One name for one fruit can represent one name for a variety of fruits. And now it took me time before I started eating those plums because it's like fruits, and you have the fresh ones and you have the ones in the can. And of course, I always like to choose the fresh fruits, because it's good and it's good for our children. And so now I wrote a letter home to my parents because my parents didn't have a phone. And I said, I really want them to ship me plums. This is what my mother did. My mother, because those plums, before you really carry them in the plane to get here, they are going to get so soft and mushy on the way. And so what my mom did was she cut them up, like operate the plum in the middle, take out the seeds and dry them. And they're very oily and so nice, and then my mom sent them. Now I had that taste again of Africa. So during this time of roasting of corn, my grandmother would tell stories of how they fed a whole village. And in our community, according to our tradition, and especially my father has a huge compound. We call it compound, with more than 15 rooms, huge, with more than four living rooms. We call it in Cameroon palos, like they also call it in Britain. And so our home, my father's compound, is positioned in a place where this road comes from the right, this other one comes from the left, and the other one coming from the front. The merge right there in my compound, which means everybody from the village has to pass through there. And my father's compound became a compound where we feed people. And hopefully they are still doing it now, but because of certain things, the youths, they go in search of jobs in the city or they go to school and some other things. But this is what happened. I want to tell you, things happen for a reason, good things. Here, where I am speaking right now, it is like my father's compound. And 3 roads. This one will come from my front, this one comes from my right, and this one comes from my left, and they merge right here. Everybody that is passing here, they have to look at our compound. And we have transported that tradition to right here. Because when we farm in our backyard during the harvesting season, we call the neighbors, we call people, or my mom will cook. We have big pots. Someday you will see. And I can even show you here someday. Big pots, because we come from a family where you need to feed the children, feed the elders, feed the hungry, feed those who cannot do it for themselves. So my grandmother, during harvesting season of the corn, they will invite neighbors, invite all the women and the grandparents and everything, while the men are at their own place where they have their own fireplace. The women and the young girls will be at their own corner too, and we will be telling stories. One time I would just sit like this because I wasn't even eating. I would just look at my grandmother. I just want her to keep telling me those stories, keep telling us those stories, and I will listen on end. And I have a lot of those stories in me. So that is to tell you that, you know what? You listen to your grandparents. Listen to your parents as well, but also listen to your grandparents because they carry the knowledge of generations and the continuity of the generations of people, descendants. And so they pass that message on from one generation to the other in order to educate us so that we, like we are talking now, the advent of modernism has made a lot of our young people and us even don't want to do something. We just buy. But buying, we don't know how it is being produced. So we are forced now to step back. My grandmother's lesson is telling us to step back and look into the past, how they used to do things, and bring those lessons into the future now. And now we can then produce things in abundance, right? Especially with high technology. Look at Unpassive with Mr. Ashmufare. So we're going to be doing a lot. So this is a great story. And I'm going to be bringing you a lot of stories that my grandmother taught me. My mother taught me a lot too, but we learned from our grandparents, my grandmother in particular, because my grandfather passed before I became of age in order to understand things. So this is so important. And this is what we are doing here. This is exactly what we're doing here. So begin to hashtag a lot will help us reach artificial intelligence will help us reach to resources around the world. So we need hashtag Unpassive, hashtag Mr. Ashmufare, hashtag One Global Movement, hashtag Feed the Children, hashtag Educate the Children, hashtag Education for All, hashtag hashtag One Global Movement Hugs. That one is so important because there are a lot of children that have never been given hugs in their lives. And so we are here to start giving them those hugs virtually. So thank you guys so much for coming. And today is Wednesday, February 21, and we just keep moving forward. And I am happy for you guys today. And those of you whom I did not wish a happy Wellness Winning Wednesday, and now you have it here, even though some of you guys are already experiencing Thursday. Thank you guys so much. I will also say have a thankful Thursday. So we are in the mindset series number 8. Stay tuned to the end because we have good music. That's our sister proposed yesterday. Very beautiful music for the children and all of us. So stay tuned. And if you have any music, put it in the chat. And don't forget to put your thumbs up. Let me put this banner here so that it will remind us of a lot of things. There we go. So put your thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, do so. Comment. Do whatever it takes so that we can get these wonderful tools to our children all over the world. So thank you guys so much. So mindset series number 8. Why is self-efficacy an important principle to teach young people? Self-efficacy. So let us remember that. Why is self-efficacy an important principle to teach our young people? So I always like to begin with a quote because quotes teach us a lot of things. So number 1, nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. And this is from Helen Keller. Helen Keller is an American. And then number 2 quote says, if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it at the beginning. This is very encouraging. If I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it at the beginning. This quote is important in the sense that it is encouraging our young people, even us, to do it. Have the courage. Believe that you have the capacity. Believe that you have what it takes to do what you want to do, the desires of your heart. Believe that you can accomplish them and you can do them. And do not give up, because you can do it. And because it doesn't mean that because you fail once, you fail twice, you fail even three, you fail even 10 times, you cannot do it. I will give you an example of an American, Ford, Mr. Ford, who is of late now, many, many years ago. Mr. Ford did not really have an education. Maybe he dropped out of high school, but he wanted to produce the Ford cars, and he did not know what to do. If you desire to do something, remember, money speaks and money looks for money. You cannot want something in life and you don't want to spend, because when you spend, you remove money out of yourself and you spend, greater money will come back to you because you're spending it for a good purpose, right? So he wanted to produce these cars and he did not know what to do because he does not know. But what he did was he had the capacity, he had the money to pay technicians, automobile technicians to do that work, automobile engineers to do it for him. So they tried, they said, oh, the kind of design that he was imagining in his head, and he actually like have somebody like have a sketch of it on paper. So those auto engineers said, no, Mr. Ford, it is impossible. He said, no, remove the I am and then it will be possible. They said no. He realized that these people don't really want to do it. What did he do? It was a do or die for him, just like Mr. Ash Mufari. He took these people to an island, which some people might consider that he's a mean person, but he's not a mean person. He was, because when you are faced with adversity, when you're pushed and pushed and you get to the wall, you will find a way to escape. You have to fight back. Fighting back is not physical fighting. You want to use your brain to find a way where you think there is no way. So he took these auto engineers to an island, packed food in a boat, in an engine boat or something, everything that they needed for 3 months. Took them to that island. It was a ship, actually. Took them to that island and removed everything, the food, everything that they would need for 3 months or more, everything, clothing, everything that would make them comfortable. Drop them in that island. And on that island, the island is surrounded by water. You cannot swim. If you want to swim, you're going to die. You're going to drown. Even if you know how to swim, how far can you swim? You can't even go that far. You get tired. And you'll be eaten even by the sea animals right there. And so people were afraid. So these auto engineers, they when they took them there, and another ship came to take Mr. Ford back, a smaller one. And this is what happened. He set fire on that ship. He gave them the instructions and said, you do it. It is possible. You are auto engineers. You know what to do. I want you to design that car and get to work and let us produce it. Now, he set it on fire. He's gone. What did they do? They knew that they were finished if they did not do that job. Guess what? They started thinking. They put their thoughts to work. They prayed. They did whatever because they had that desire, because they know how to do it, but they wanted to just sit in their comfort zone, right? And Mr. Ford did not take that for an excuse. No. And so when that happened, guess what? They realized that they cannot get out of that island until they produce the model of the car that Mr. Ford wanted. They did it. They did it. And this is not to say we can do that same kind of thing to our children, but we need to discipline our children in such a way that, they have to focus on something that matters to them, that they're trying to just be couch potatoes, just sit and be comfortable with what they have. Sometimes I would take away my son's iPad when he was little. I said, well, when you focus on this and get it done, then you can have your iPad. That is called discipline with love, not just punishing the child. There's no punishment. It's discipline with love. So this is what happens. So this quote really, really shows that if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it right at the beginning. Yes, you don't have it right, you fail, you do it again. You fall, you pick up yourself, you dust up yourself, and you continue. And guess what? When you do that, God takes your spirit. And that is how things begin to change. And before you know, you do it. And then this quote is by Mahatma Gandhi. He was a very prominent world figure that we know, right? So, number 3, the last one, whether you think that you can or you cannot, you are surely right. Whether you think that you can do it or you cannot do it, you are surely right, because you can control your thoughts. You have power over your thinking. You can change your thoughts for the better. If you think you can do it, surely you can. If you think you cannot do it, surely you cannot do it. That's exactly who we are. And we were born that way because God gave us choices, right? So, what is self-efficacy, and why is self-efficacy so important in helping our children? Helping children develop a sense of confidence in their abilities to achieve their goals and their dreams and overcome challenges is our responsibility, the responsibility of us, the parents and the adults. So let us all come together to encourage children and young people to recognize their strengths and their weaknesses and celebrate their achievements, no matter how small. We have to make sure, because we ourselves, we the parents, we want to make sure that we acknowledge where we fall short of things that we cannot do. We also want to acknowledge our strength so that we can use that strength to help our children and help others. But we also want to celebrate the little wins. I'm celebrating you guys here every day because not everybody has that good heart to be here listening to me. It therefore means that you are helping me grow. You're helping me do what I'm doing in the world for the children and young people. And at the same time, you are helping yourself, your children, and the children in your community. So either way, it's a win-win. Nobody loses here. And so therefore, we can come together to even help children better. So why then is self-efficacy so important to teach young people? Self-efficacy, what is it? This refers to an individual's belief in their ability to accomplish tasks and achieve their goals and their dreams. This is very, very crucial to teach our young people. They believe in who they are. They believe in whose they are, who created them. The Almighty God created you and I and our children and instilled in us greatness, instilled in us tools, instilled in us the best things in life. But He also gave us choice, gave us not one choice, not two, not three choices to choose. It is left for you and I to choose the best thing. And if we choose the best thing, we are going to teach our children the best as well. And so God created everything, created man, and created everything beautiful and gave us dominion over those things on the surface of the earth. So it is left for you and me and all of us, the adults and the parents around these children, to choose the best. Because when you choose the best, you're also teaching your child, your children, to choose the best. Isn't that true? That is so true. And when you choose the best, and it will come to a point where you don't even know how to choose something that is not the best anymore, because you have so filled your subconscious mind with this greatness, with these good things, positive thinking, that you don't even know how to choose otherwise anymore. That is so important. So thank you guys so much. I can see Man Kushal is here, and DS Naya and Shiji Jana and the rest that I called their names before. Thank you guys so much for being here. So why then is it important to teach our children to believe in who they are and to believe in who created them and to believe in their capacity and their ability to do things? Self-efficacy. Why then is it important? So It motivates them. Self-efficacy. When you believe, you teach your child to believe in themselves, to believe in their self-worth, to know that they have the ability to do things, to know that they were born and created for greatness. Guess what? They are being motivated to do things, and they will recognize that even if I fail, that doesn't mean that I cannot still get it. Everybody have their own race to run. We shouldn't teach our children to run a race at the pace of another person, but at their own pace. And we support them in whatever pace they have, because that is exactly what is coming within them, because they are doing it according to their God-given capacity, capabilities, and ability, right? So we support them in those things. So motivation is number one. Children with high self-efficacy are more motivated to set and achieve their goals. When children know what they have, self-worth, they believe in themselves, that they have the tools, they have what it takes to achieve things in life, they are more likely to achieve their goals and their dreams when they set those goals. They believe that their efforts will lead to success, eventually lead to success, even if it doesn't occur right now at this moment, or after one or two trials. They believe that eventually they will get to it. Welcome, Tyrone. Thank you so much for being here. So they believe that eventually they will get to success, and leading to increased persistence and resilience in the face of challenges. When they believe in this, that eventually they will achieve it, guess what? They are building resilience, to get back up when something makes them to fall. They get back up, and when they get back up, they become stronger, because they know that even if I fail, I can still get up again and do it over again. Number two, we just talked about resilience. Self-efficacy is so important to teach our children, because it builds in them resilience. When young people encounter obstacles again and again and again, guess what happens? When they encounter these setbacks, no matter a million times, those with high self-efficacy are more likely to persevere. They will persevere and find alternative solutions, rather than getting upset or getting angry or looking down on themselves and say, oh no, this is more than me, I can't do it. There is no I can't do it in this life. Because you fail doesn't mean that you cannot do it. You do it. When you're determined, guess what? God takes your spirit of determination, and something begins to happen that you're going to do it. I am speaking internationally. I am writing books, not to be proud of anything, because God is the one who gave that to me. I am helping young people worldwide. I started at a very young age from Cameroon. And even here in the United States, I'm going around speaking in schools and doing things. Not because I knew how to do it from the beginning. No, I was shy. Even now, sometimes I feel shy. But when you guys are here, now you motivate me to speak or to teach and to do good things and not to be shy. I used to be so shy. I was stutter like this. I don't know how to speak. The words would not come out clear, right? And then I would just be so ashamed that they're going to laugh at me, and I didn't want to do it. But my mentors, one of them is the top speaker in the world, who is an American, who is my mentor. And I graduated from his Power Voice Academy, how to teach, how to work with children, how to speak to children, and how to speak and communicate with people. So now I gathered that little confidence, but I was still failing, because I was still very shy. I was still failing. But guess what? Excuse me, now that I have learned that failure is not a problem, I embrace failure as a way to learn, and I grow. And now, even if I make the mistakes, I know that you guys are there to correct me. You guys are there to motivate me, right? Then I will just keep going. I will not stop. And this is the energy that you guys are giving me, which I am highly grateful for. So, number three, confidence. Developing self-efficacy helps our children, our young people, to build confidence in their abilities, to build confidence in just their own person, to build confidence that they've been put on this earth to do something great, something that is larger than life. not just doing it for themselves. So it will give them those abilities to believe in themselves. So this confidence extends beyond specific tasks, not just confidence in one area and not confidence in the other, in everything that they are doing. And it starts with us. If you don't show that self-confidence, your children are going to just be like you, whether you like it or not. And this comes as a result of loving them, nurturing them, feeding them with the right food, interacting with them, playing with them, talking at the dinner table, just those very down to earth, natural things that we were created with. That is what we are doing. We're not going to copy from somebody. And we live within our own means so that our children should understand that you live within your means while you're working to get better and better. Do not live according to other people's means. Do not copy from other people. And so, this is so important to teach our children because self-confidence will extend beyond their own specific goals and dreams and can positively impact their various areas of their lives, including academics, social interaction, personal development, community work, volunteerism, a lot of things. When they do this is what happens in all areas of their life, and they'll be happy. Even when something happens that they were not expecting, they already have this self-efficacy built into their system by us, by you and I, so that they can rise higher and higher. And when it doesn't work, they will understand that, you know what, God did not want these things to happen at this particular moment. I will wait for the God appointed time. And then when it works, I will be happy. Sorry. There's a call coming and I don't know who is calling, but sorry about that. So number 4, independence. Self-efficacy will build in our children and young people in the independence. So individuals with high self-efficacy are more likely to take initiative and act independently. When you build self-efficacy in children, they will become so independent, and you yourself, you will get the relief that you need. Self-efficacy, when they go to school, like me, I used to be so afraid of math. But guess what? God gave me a son that knows math, started doing higher math even in high school. And that's why he's doing aerospace engineer. I always quote examples that I've lived, not for any reason, but to give the example, because we all can teach our children to be this way. And in case, of course, it's not going to work in every situation. And we need to understand that as well. When it doesn't work for one child, let us not expect that what works for this child can work for the next child. No, we take them individually. Some of them are born with challenges that they can't even do these things. But what do? We help them to do what they can do at their own level, but still building that self-efficacy. There is a saying that I always say that do not let your disability disable you. There are a lot of people that have disability. We all do. I think so. At one point or the other, we all do. So, but some people, they are born with natural disabilities. I always say, never you let your disability disable you. I tell students that because, some kids, depending on their upbringing, they laugh at other students in school because of their disability. And that alone makes them to be shy. They are withdrawn. They don't want to interact. And it affects a lot of areas in their lives. So what I always say is, we owe our children the responsibility of instilling these high ethical and moral values in our children. We owe them these mindset things, changing their mindset and putting in there things that they will sip into their subconscious mind, and they'll begin to do the best things in life. And you'll be happy with yourself that you had that child and you took the time to really, really teach that child. These are simple things. We don't have to look for them elsewhere. They are right here because we were created with them. We just have to keep learning. And some of us, we didn't have those, but we have to seek to learn. We can learn from Mr. Ashmafari. He has all those things. He's been talking about them, and we hear them every day. We see him practicing them every day. We can also learn from him and implement it in our family and with our children. So children have to learn to trust in their abilities to make decisions. When they have this self-efficacy, they know that I have what it takes. I am capable. I am alive, I'm breathing. If I seek for something, I can have it. If I ask for it, they can give it to me. If I knock on doors to look for something, you know what? Those doors of opportunity will open to me and I will get it. Guess what? They will surely get it. When you think you can do it, surely you can do it. When you think you cannot do it, surely you cannot do it. Why don't we think, do it? We can do it. We can do it. We can do this, right? We are so in it to win it. Just like Mr. Ashmufara says, we are so in this to win it. And we're going to win it. We are already winning. But this is the starting point. We have to start first. Otherwise, we can't win, right? That is all right. So we have to, which this decision making fosters a sense of autonomy and self-reliance. Autonomy. You have the autonomy over you, your life, autonomy over your education, autonomy over your future family, autonomy over your friends, knowing what to pick and choose. Not a friend telling you, take this glass of alcohol and drink, or take this and just have a joint, just one smoke, and you do it. So this helps our children a lot. The next one is goal achievement. Believing in when children believe in their ability to achieve goals, young children with high self-efficacy set challenging yet attainable objectives for themselves. They set goals, not small little goals that they will just achieve it and they'll say, oh, look at me, I achieved this. Hello, MD. Shocking. Thank you so much for being here. So they will achieve those things. They will set a goal that is difficult to get but challenging. I asked my son a question last Saturday, and we have a meeting every Saturday. He goes to school out of state, right? And I make sure that he doesn't feel lonely. We text back and forth during the week, but I make sure that I give him his space because we've molded him to know that you can call your parents at any time. You can discuss whatever you're feeling from little. So he knows that and he's doing that. But Saturday, we must have an O Connect. And just so you know, he's also a founder. He bought his own position and bought one for the grandmother, which is very nice, right? So we have this meeting and we talk about the things that he's doing. How, first of all, we begin just talking about his own life. How are you? Tell me about what has been going on during this week. What did you do? And he would tell, we always start by telling the very great things because it's good to start with positive things, positive thinking, very important. And he will say those things and he will say, I said, but what about your academics? He says, Mommy, I love aerospace engineering. It's challenging, but it's interesting. And that's why I am bent on doing it. So those are the kind of things that we train our children. Yes, it's challenging, but it is interesting. And I am bent on doing it because we know that we have built this self-efficacy in them, even though this goal is so large and we split it into little portions, but we are working towards it. That is why they take courses every semester so that they can work towards it and they will achieve it. But it depends on us. Remember, what you don't do not expect your child to do it, because then we will be hypocrites by telling them to do something that we did not teach them to do by us not doing it. That is very important. This proactive goal setting behavior increases their likelihood of success and fosters a sense of accomplishment. Very, very important. So, reduce anxiety. Reduce anxiety. When we teach our children the importance of self-efficacy, believing that they have what it takes, believing in themselves, because a lot of children have this low self-esteem. I'm sure you know it. They have a low self-esteem because our children are being exposed to the world, where the world is trying to dictate to them, trying to tell them you don't fit in, you do not belong here, that you come from a lower class in society, that you come from poor parents, that it's always been that way in the family, so you cannot even rise above your challenges. That is not true. Nothing is there forever. Nothing is there that cannot be broken. If there has been poverty in the family, poverty can be broken. If there has been all of these negative things in the family, it can be broken. If there has been alcoholism or drug addiction in the family, it can be broken. There is nothing that we cannot break if we put our mind to it. And so, if we instill this self efficacy in our children, they will know that they can do anything. And when you have that spirit of can do spirit, can do, I can do this. I was born to do this. I was created for greatness. Guess what? They can do it because you have to affirm it. Teach your children to affirm it because you yourself you're doing. Your child can see you and see, and you as the dad or the mom, the dad is saying, you know what? This thing did not fetch me the amount of money that I wanted. But guess what? I am going to do something better that will fetch me more. And when your child sees you talking like that to yourself and not going the other way and say, oh my God, this thing, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to give up. It's not doing any good for me. Guess what? That's exactly what they're going to see. You know, I am very conscious of that because my grandmother taught me when I was little going through those challenges as a little girl. My grandmother says, you come from royalty. You were born into royalty. And the most powerful royalty is the royalty of Almighty God, that you were born to leave your mark on the earth. You were born to do great things on the surface of the earth. You were born to help people. Never, nobody should ever tell you that and you accept it. And we need to tell our children that when they say negative things, let it get through this ear and go out the other way because you know who you are. You know that you have what it takes to become great. Look at Mr. Ashmufari. I always just talk about him because he is one person that God has lined on my path to help me cross, to help children, women, and families all over the world. And he's helping you guys too. That's why we are here as the greatest world family. So what can we not do? When we hold back, remember that. When you hold back on things that you can do, you're holding yourself back. Because if you do not remove something out of you to help somebody with, God cannot fill that space with anything. When you remove something to help, something within you to help, guess what happens? You create a vacuum, a hole, big hole within yourself. And what happens is God keeps filling it before you know an overflow start going in all directions. That is so important. My grandmother taught me all these principles. Just imagine from grass to grace. That is the life that I live. I used to have just two pairs of clothing, one to wear all week and then sleep with it, and then one to put on Sunday to go to church. Until my grandmother and my mother and people from the village began to develop interest in me, to educate me. And I'm still the very first woman in my village, the first female child in my village with the highest level of education. And I say this because I am reminding myself of how much I have to do. That means a lot of young people, particularly young girls, are still going around being forced into marriages, being given away without educating them. If you don't educate a female child, this is what happened. The children will grow up to take after the mother because the children take most often after the mother a lot, most often. And to educate the young girl is to give that freedom of education and learning to the children. But we have to educate all children, regardless of the gender. We need to do that. So this is so important. When young people believe in their capabilities, they are less likely to experience the feelings of helplessness or overwhelmed when facing difficult situations. Yes, they will not be overwhelmed when they face challenges or setbacks or failures. They will not, because they know that that is a natural part of life, but I have what it takes because I have this mindset principles or these high ethical standards that I already have. You have empathy, you have self-efficacy, you have gratitude, you have, name them, a lot of them that we're going to be treating because these lay the foundation, lining your child's mind and the heart Nothing can be above them. Right now, you see me, I believe nothing can ever be above me because from all the challenges that I had, and my grandmother really, really mentored me, loved me, nurtured me, I can do anything. There is nothing that I cannot do. And so we should teach our children because there is nothing that we cannot do unless that child is disabled in one way or the other that they cannot function. But guess what? Those children that cannot function, maybe in school or learning a trade, they are good in music. Those that cannot even see, they are blind, they are good in singing. Those that don't even have one of their limbs, they are good in the other limb. Have you seen Nick Fejusik? Nick Fejusik was born without limbs, just a flappy hand like this. Someday we'll show him here. But guess what he's doing to the world? Transforming the lives of young people through the gospel of Christ. And this is what One Global Movement 2 is doing, because without God, we will not be here. We will not be speaking. God might mean something different to you. God might mean something different to me. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a pastor, but that is what I grew up knowing. Because without God, I would have been dead like the other young girls in my village. But I am here today because of the grace and mercy of Almighty God. And that is why I am going to take One Global Movement with the gospel of Christ, divine intervention to all corners of the globe. Just like Mr. Ash Mufara. Mr. Ash Mufara says, the forces are speaking to me. The forces is the creator who put that dream into him to bring it to us. And we can do the same. And let us join hands with Mr. Ash Mufara and do these things. So overall, teaching young people about self-efficacy empowers them to navigate life's challenges with confidence, resilience, proactive mindset, setting themselves on a path to succeed, a path moving forward. Even if they fall back one step, they know that they have these tools within them to continue to move forward towards success, towards happiness, wealth, and abundance. So thank you guys so much. I am going to appreciate you guys, but first of all, I always appreciate each and every one of you here. If I don't pronounce your name well, not because I know, I am learning, we all are learning, and I will get there. But thank you guys so much for coming here to support. Please put your thumbs up, the likes, and share this message of One Global Movement to the world. Because if we don't, we are depriving other children that can get this message. Let us share the videos with households, all organizations, because we are doing this together. When I come to your area, you'll be the one that is there to show me where to go, how to get those children. You will be responsible for that. And of course, we're going to be creating children ambassadors that will take this world by storm with their good character. So thank you guys so much for being here. I see our sister, Sharon. Thank you so much, Sharon. And thank you, Sharon. Sharon is working so hard behind the scene for One Global Movement. Thank you so much, sister. I highly appreciate you. And we have our man, Levi, that is so bent on being here. Sometimes, not even sometimes, a lot of time, twice a day. Thank you so much, our brother Levi. Make sure you're getting enough sleep because we need you here for the long haul, not just now. I want everybody to get good sleep, eat good food, really put some good thoughts in your mind, and together we will move forward. And Levi saying hello to Sharon. We have Juanita here, Juanita Slack. Thank you so much for those being hand waving. You know, I remember to not say Juanita, pronouncing the J. Now I say Juanita. Is that right? Thank you so much. And you're saying hello to Levi from Juanita, and hello to me as well. And uh, hello, greetings, and brothers and sisters, and the panelists. Yes, I am here today by myself. You can join me someday, Juanita, if you want to. And our sister Nancy said, hello, family. And remember, this stage is for all of us. You can come here. Don't even worry about mistakes. We all make mistakes, but we all can learn and grow, right? No laughing of anything because we all make mistakes. So Nancy said, whenever my alarm goes out for one global movement, I remember my children. I want them to have a better life than I have. If they have a better life, they will be able to help others. Thank you so much for even setting that alarm, because you are investing in your children. Investing in children, in your children is investing in yourself. And we all are doing that here. Thank you so much, Nancy. And Kushal, how are you? Thank you so much for the wonderful work that you're doing, Kushal. I am here. Anything that you think that I can do to make it your job better for you, let me know. I am not a technical person. You're a young man. Maybe you're more technical than me. So just let me know. But if you want to grow this YouTube and all the other the WhatsApp group and everything, please let us do this together, because when the time comes, we don't want any child to be left behind, right? Thank you so much, Kushal. And hello, family members globally. Yes, thank you. And we have our brother Shrijana here, who is one of the great contributors here. Shrijana, we really need you here because you really know what you do. We need everyone on the stage, but I know that someday you will come, but you're still doing very well in the chat as well. So thank you so much. Greetings, Sister Mundih. Thank you. And Jana is saying hello to Kashal and Brother Levi, and says greetings to my brothers and sisters. And Nancy says, welcome Juanita, Levi, Mama Bolo. Always happy to come to One Global Movement to learn that we will be able to help our children. Yes, we are already doing that, because we need to build this foundational stage where we line their inner worth with all these high ethical principles, so that as they grow and they go into society, they are trying to find their identity in life, or trying to do something. Even a 2-year-old, not even two, the first 5 years of a child's life, even in the stomach, we got to start from there. That's where it begins. And so when they grow up in life, when they go out, they want to experiment something, and the thing goes contrary to our teachings, they will fall back on those things and know that, you know what, my parents did well to raise me right. I better just do what they taught me, right? And that will make them happy. They will not be so stressed out or having all that anxiety. So Shrijana is saying hello to Nancy. Greetings, Shrijana, from Kushal and Nancy as well. And Dr. Mundih, thank you for your platform. Hashtag One Global Movement, hashtag our children, hashtag love. Somebody can just type in the hashtag One Global Movement hugs. Type it in there, because we're going to be giving virtual hugs to our children that are not here with us right now, right? And also virtual hugs to one another. Thank you so much, Nancy. And DS Nayak, thank you so much, brother, for always being here. We highly appreciate you. Let us bring one, bring two, bring one, bring two, and so that we can spread this. We line 195 countries with what One Global Movement is doing, so that when time comes, it shouldn't be 1 million for America, no 1 million for Cameroon. No, 1 million for every country in the world. Or if it's 200,000, that is exactly what it's going to be. Every country is going to be treated the same, because every country have their own challenges according to that area. So we'll take it from there, and then we keep seeing what God is going to send our way, and we'll move forward. And our man Tyrone is here. Is Tyrone a man or woman? I keep saying a man. I don't know, but hopefully it's right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Tyrone, for being here. And thank you for saying hello to me and to Peggy and to Nancy Jody, to Shridit Jana, and to Levi Mama Bolo, and to Juanita, and again to Ballyhood, to Sharon. Thank you. And should you say greetings to Ron as well? And Kushal, hello to Tyrone. Ja, like a Rastafarian, right? I'm looking at my phone because, like I told you guys, I dropped my phone in water about 2 weeks ago. I'm looking at my phone so that I can turn on the song that one of our own, yes, it's going to come. One of our own proposed yesterday that we can play it. We're going to play it pretty soon. Let me see. Okay. It's a song for children. We're going to play it here pretty soon. So Nancy says, you're doing wonderful. I am learning from you. We're learning from one another, my sister. We are learning from one another. When you don't hit rock bottom, as a child, I started learning. I became an adult even before I became one because of my life circumstances. And I thank God that I went through that. That has shaped my life tremendously. And so I am really, really happy with that. So, and MD Shakin, how are you? Welcome here. Hashtag OP. Thank you so much. We are a global family. We love you. Come again. Thank you for saying hello to me. Bring one, bring two. Let us spread the gospel of one global movement to all corners of the globe, to our children, to help them defeat hunger, defeat illiteracy, and defeat poverty in general. Hello, Kushal from MD Shakin. And Srijana, welcome, brother MD Shakin. Oh my God, you guys are so loving and so kind and sweet. I love that. Thank you guys so much. And he's saying, Shakin is saying hello to Bollywood Pushpin Media. Sharon, thank you for saying hello to Levi and to Juanita, to Nancy Jody, to Tyrone, and thank you so much. You guys are so great here. Nancy says hashtag helping our children, hashtag one global movement, love, love, love. Thank you so much. And MR Bablo Jana. Thank you so much, Bablo, for being here. Whoever referred you, I thank you. Let us spread the word to other people. And you can go to on the flyer. There is a WhatsApp group for anyone to sign in there and belong. Be a member there so that you can bring something, some motivation, some concern, anything that you want us to talk about in your area that you are witnessing among children. We can be there. You don't have to know English. Just be there because we'll be posting a lot of great things on there too. So thank you guys so much. And hashtag Dr. Mundih, hashtag One Global Movement. Thank you so much, Shakeen. I highly appreciate you for that. Thank you. And Nancy Jody says, please share with your family and then friends. Thank you so much, Nancy. Oh my God, you now are arts person too. Thank you. And MD Shakeen says, wow, wonderful 360 webinar update. Yes, yes, yes. I am not, I don't want to give updates here, but if there is somebody that can be giving us updates here, that would be so nice. Because I want to make sure that if I want to do it, I do it right the way it is. But I think there are some people that are very good with those updates. If you know that you can say it exactly, then we will welcome that here. Okay. Thank you so much. But we had a wonderful, I was really glad to hear from Mr. Ash Mufara today. So MD Shakin said, thank you so much, Sister Yvonne Mundih. Thank you so much, Shakin. We love you. Thank you. And you are great inspiration for us, Sister Yvonne. Oh, you just break my heart by saying that. Thank you so much, Kushal. Always learning more from one global movement. Thank you so much, my little brother. I call you little brother because you're my younger brother. Thank you so much. I thank you all so much. So now, thank you guys so much for everything. And I wish you guys the very best. But let me play our song so that we can end up with this song for today. Okay. Let me see here.
Life.
What did I do?
Battery 70%. Connected
1 second,
to
guys.
Galaxy Note 10. Connected to Galaxy Tab A2016 with S Pen.
It can be unpredictable.
Okay, the commercial is coming
It can even
always.
feel hopeless sometimes.
Before we do it.
Everyone falls short.
Oh no,
We're
it
not
is.
perfect.
We have challenges.
Regrets. Ways we want to change.
And we can.
Because of Jesus, our mistakes, even big mistakes, can turn into second chances.
He gives us the courage to face fears.
Because he knows what you're going through right now. He's been there, and he feels your pain.
Bit by bit, we'll be able to understand his love for us.
Broken hearts can heal and feel whole again.
Mistakes, sure. We all make them. And we all keep making them. But as we turn away from sin, Christ forgives us, and He'll keep forgiving us.
Follow Jesus and find hope.
Learn how by signing up to talk to missionaries like us.
Okay, this was like a motivation. Jesus loved the little children, and they're trying to motivate us that Jesus went through it all, yet he found hope and he saved us. We too can do the same. This is great motivation. Very, very great motivation. You might not have heard it, but I'm going to post this on on there's no way I can upload a video on ONET. I've been trying. I don't know if somebody knows how to do that, but I can post it on Facebook because I post a lot of songs on Facebook because they really, really motivate us a lot. But let me see here. I thought it was going to play like music. 1 second, guys. Jesus loved the little children. Let me see. One second here. I'm not a very good DJ. Nancy, was it going to be a song or? I thought so. Jesus loved the little children. I thought so. Yes. Wow, I love that. Don't you guys love it? Jesus loved the little children, all the children of the world, black, red, yellow, green, white, all the colors. Jesus created them, or God created those colors, and Jesus loved the children. And remember, the scripture says you can only enter the kingdom of God through the eyes of a child. Why? Because the child is so pure, so clean, that they do things so naturally from their hearts, from their thoughts. So we need to follow these children, training them well so that we too can enter the kingdom of God through our children, right? So I see some people drop in so fast here. I have to appreciate them. Please, Kayanderi, thank you so much for coming. You did not miss it. Thank you, Nancy, for affirming that. And we are very close, our successful life. Yes, we are very close to our successful life. Thank you so much, MD Shakeen. We highly appreciate that. Yep, Nancy, I love this song a lot. I used to play it a lot to my son. Yes, we are so in it to win it. If you believe that we are so in it to win it for our children, put yes, yes, yes in the chat. Let me see it, and then we can call it a day. Who believe in win it? We are in it to win it for our children. Who believe that? Say yes in the chat, and then I will know that we are there. Come on, guys. Yes, yes, yes in the chat. Let me see, or thumbs up, or whatever you can do. There we go. The yeses are coming. We are in it to win it for our children. Thank you so much, Kushal. And maybe the others are busy somehow, but I know that we all know that we are in it to win it for our children. Yes, Shriji Jana, thank you. So yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, guys. We want this to be a very interactive session because we are learning from one another. I am here just as a servant. And we all are servants, by the way, but we are here to learn from one another. So thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, we're going to be in the Mindset series number 9. So the theme is going to be adaptability seems to be a principle that no child can escape. Why? Adaptability, to adapt to something. Adaptability seems to be a principle that no child can escape from it. And if you have any song that you want us to play tomorrow, or you want us to continue to play this, then I'm going to play it. Maybe we should play this again tomorrow. When we play one or two, then we can play our own passive, beautiful song, In It to Win It. And then we can play Bob Marley, Who Was Fighting for Children. And then if you have any song in your dialect, in your culture, in your language, bring it. Even if we cannot hear the lyrics or understand the lyrics, we can hear but don't understand, we know that it's a good song. But let it be for children and young people, because we want to do things clean. We want to do things for these children that are safe, and we want to make sure that whatever we do are valuable for these children and us as well. So thank you guys so much. And we've come to the end of 3 p.m. today. I am so proud of you guys for what you're doing, for the support and the love that you're showing One Global Movement children. Together, we will defeat the cause of hunger, illiteracy, and poverty for children worldwide. I love you all, and see you all tomorrow. Make sure you stay focused, stay encouraged, stay empowered, and always believe in endless possibilities. Bye-bye.